going on, guys? Welcome back. Chris Hardiman here, and today I have the wonderful Abby Greenburg and Jesse Rottinghaus with me with Compass, the A-list. So today we're going to get into it all. Thanks, guys, for coming by. All of it.
Not just a little bit, all of it.
I didn't know we were going to be here for 4 hours. It's awesome. Let's go.
We're going to try and knock this out in the allotted time frame.
We're respectful of that.
Yeah. So we'll get going into it, and look, by the way, for what it's worth, like kick it back. You know, if you want some insight from this side of the couches, send something back my way. Open book. Answer any questions you guys have. Fair?
Challenge accepted.
Okay.
Challenge accepted. All right. So we'll do some easy stuff. We'll do the questions everyone expects to begin with, right? So both of you, respectively, ladies first, of course. How'd you get your start in real estate?
I got my start in real estate by having 2 kids and deciding that I wanted to get back into the workforce, and my previous career was in marketing. So I was like, when you're out of marketing for 4 years, how do you kind of like start back up? So many things change. So wanting to have the flexibility, jokes on me of real estate as evolved.
Got it.
That's
yeah,
funny.
Yeah, that is good actually.
Yes, so that's how it started. I remember Micah was 18 months old and now in preschool for 3 hours a day, 3 days a week, and I was like, I can conquer the world.
You have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt
Wow.
like I did. Yeah.
Okay, when was that?
In 2020.
I should be able to do the math on Micah's age, but okay, 2020. So right at the beginning of the pandemic, basically, or maybe
Yeah.
just kind of in it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Great
Jesse?
Great time to start.
It was. I got really good at writing offers in multiple offer situations.
Oh yeah, appraisal waivers. Oh my
The
gosh,
escalation
all of that.
clauses.
Honestly,
Yeah.
and we've talked about it. You've mentioned it many times.
Yeah.
Being an agent that started during that time frame,
Yeah.
it's feast or famine. Like you're learning
Yeah.
all the logistics quick,
Yeah.
which is awesome. Which is you got to learn the nuts and bolts of the contracts and stuff. Like that's so that's awesome. It would have been a good time to
Writing
to
contracts
start.
with financing with no financing contingencies just so they
Yeah.
get accepted.
Just
Yeah.
so that nobody can submit a loan denial letter halfway through the contract. Yes.
That never happens. That
Never.
never happens. All right, Jesse, how about you? When did you get your start?
Well, my dad was in real estate as a kid, so
Oh, I didn't know
being
that.
around that,
Yeah.
which was basically in California, and going to the donut shops, and as they scoured the the ads, the classified ads to call deals, fire sales, all that kind of stuff. That's how I.
We can say shit on this podcast.
Oh fuck, we can. Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
Anyway, so.
Yeah.
That's how I got started, like being kind of around it the whole
Yeah.
time, and then in college.
Just grew up in it.
Yeah, just grew up around it. But in high school, the funny story is my dad was never around. Nothing against him, but
Yeah.
obviously in school, I was like always taking care of myself and my sister. So I was like, I'm never gonna get in real estate because you don't have time. The exact opposite of what Abby's saying.
yeah.
I'm like, they're never around. He never has any availability. So I was
Yeah.
like, I am zero chance I'm getting into real estate. But what catapulted me in is when I was in college at UCF,
Yeah,
Go
Go
Knights,
Knights, yeah.
was I was living in a duplex down in College Park, renting one side, and I wanted to buy it. And it was for sale for $87,000. Actually, the owner would only sell it to me. So I bought it for $87,500 a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
And,
we don't need to say it. We don't need to say it. It's
and,
fine.
And that's really, so I bought it and I lived in one side and rented out the other, helped pay for the mortgage. And that was my first of many good and bad purchases over the next 25 years.
So, like, you became a direct real estate investor on your first
In
purse of
college.
real estate
Yeah.
that you ever purchased.
During that purchase, I was getting my license because I was like, oh, well, let's just go get, I want to learn about this transaction. And I remember the day of closing, my very first closing, I'm crying, which is, as Abby can attest to, is not very difficult for me to do. But I started crying because the closing was a nightmare. The sellers then didn't want to sell because they got an offer underneath the table that was higher. Someone was trying to buy it out from under me. So it became very tragic. And my loan officer, who was a daughter of a mom and dad that owned a loan company here, I don't even remember locally. I'm calling my dad, who's down in Fort Myers, and I'm like, what do I do? It was tragic. So I finished it out and closed it. But yeah, that was my introduction into real estate.
But you were buying the house from like directly from your landlord.
Yeah.
So no realtor involved on your side of the
No
deal?
realtors involved. Actually, she was a realtor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the landlord and her husband owned, gosh, it was so long ago, but they lived right over by College Park as well, and they were realtors,
Yeah.
and they were selling it to me.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And then I know, so you were one of the founding agents of Compass in this Central Florida market, right, Jesse?
I am the
You were the
founding
agent of Compass.
Yeah, the one no longer exists
Okay. Got it.
at Compass.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it was two of us,
Okay.
and one of the two tried to run the other one out, but only one's left standing at Compass.
One's here at Compass today.
Yeah, still.
Okay. Got it. And then Compass was the first place that you went.
It was the
I don't
third
want-
place I went
See,
in
I
a
knew I
year.
was going to screw that up.
Yeah.
This is good. This is why we do this, so I can learn more, right? So
Yeah.
third brokerage.
In my first year.
Quickly,
In
too.
your first
Yeah.
year.
For her.
And now the only place I've been since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And originally you had a partnership. You had that office in Lake Mary.
I did, yes.
Because I remember going to the grand opening.
Yeah.
Then you moved into the Winter Park office. Mm-hmm. Why Compass?
So I remember Compass pitching to me the Compass Concierge program, and I was like, well, wait, so I get to tell sellers that they don't have to pay for the things that I'm suggesting to do?
Yeah.
Because I remember one of my very first listings, I went in there and we changed out the cabinet hardware and added some new lights and did, a few little things, but it was just small things that made a big difference in selling the house. And I was just so excited that I could offer this renovation program
Yeah.
without having to ask the sellers to front the money themselves. So it was kind of like, wait, what I've been doing
Yeah.
since, in these first, I now get to just have another solution. So it just made so much sense to me. And being with a small mom and pop brokerage, which is where I started, and then
Yeah.
going off into somewhere else, I just found it very difficult to get all my tools going. It was like I needed more help all of a sudden. There's so many things out there that get thrown at you. There's Canva and there's this subscription and there's this subscription, and you're like, how do I get them all? And I just want to send out a newsletter, and how am I supposed to do everything in
Yeah.
my 9 hours a week that I had?
Yeah. That's fair.
So Compass, they showed me their platform, and I was like, whoa, everything can be in one place. So it just made so much sense.
Yeah. And serious on concierge, not kidding. You weren't there that day. It was at an NIA meeting or something. We have been in networking rooms where everyone's having to do the very uncomfortable, introduce yourself, say a little bit about what you do. And a realtor stands up and they're like, hey, I'm, John Smith, I'm a realtor. I can help you buy or sell your property. And everyone's like, oh great, another realtor. And then Abby stands up and she's like, hey, I'm Abby and I'm a realtor, but I have this wonderful program that helps sellers finance all of the costs that we need to do a facelift on the property, get everything done, get you above market. And I think you got three, literally interested parties after that. We're like, oh, you need to talk to my mom, oh, I've got this thing going on. And total differentiating factor, just something different to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's solid.
I mean, I think that anybody wanting to sell something, whether it's a car, you're not going to just go stick a dirty car on the used car lot and try to get top dollar for it. You're not going to,
No.
Even if you go into a used luxury item store or something, they're going to clean up the item before they put it on. So why are we sticking dirty houses on the market?
No, 100%. And if you can identify an item, which you guys know at this point, I don't know this stuff, but I know there's hot ticket items that have a good ROI.
Yes.
Right? There's certain things that you can do to a house that just tested and true, you're gonna get a good return on that, right? I don't know what they are, but I know you can do them and it makes sense, right? The value's always there in terms of when you turn around and list it. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. Is that true?
No.
No, you're not talking out of your ass. What you're saying is correct. And yeah, Jesse always says you want to get 2 for 1. So if we're going to put in $20,000, you want to get $40,000 back.
Yeah.
So you don't want to just throw bad money at your house. One of our favorites examples that we use is that you don't want to go and put brand new quartz countertops on your original cabinets because the buyer's going to come in and just want to tear them out anyway.
Yeah.
So
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, every situation's different, but that Compass Concierge program, it's just a game changer.
Yeah.
And obviously for me, being the first agent here,
Yeah.
and them introducing that product 6 years ago.
So that was there at the onset.
Yeah. Well, no, within the first year of me being there,
Yeah.
which is at this point maybe 7 years ago or whatever, close to it, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
It was within the first year that I was here
Yeah.
that they introduced this, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Because I renovate houses.
Yeah.
So why would I not use their money to help me renovate the houses?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the listing. I'm not gonna compete against
You
anyone
got
else.
it. Yeah, yeah.
So I started using the program like crazy.
On your personal properties. your
Personal
own
flips,
Yeah.
as well as investors.
Yeah, yeah.
But everything. I'm like, this is crazy. How can you get free money and it's just paid back dollar for dollar at closing? Like, sign me up, $25,000, $30,000, $50,000, $80,000. Like we were doing them all. What's unique is the program has just changed consistently over the years, which was obviously a benefit for the company Compass, because
Yeah.
you know, they shot this out nationwide. So I knew people that were doing $250,000 renovations in California, dollar for dollar,
Wow.
getting back. Like, so, you know, you can only imagine a corporation that was putting up tons of money like this, the fiascos that they ran into where people just bailed.
Oh, I'm
you know?
sure.
Yeah. So
So
it altered over time.
They took
and-
their licks
yeah.
in the beginning.
And I don't know those
Yeah.
specifically, but it's guaranteed they did, because the program continued to change, and then they no longer would invest. They would no longer provide money to LLCs, investors. It had to be the way that the reason the program was designed is specifically, as Abby just mentioned, it's to help a homeowner increase their, you know, do a facelift on the house so that
Yeah.
we can increase the value of it, and that's what most homeowners need.
Yeah.
You know, especially in this market.
I mean,
Yeah.
even doing things such as paying for staging
Yeah.
or getting the house
You can
cleaned,
use it to pay
or
for staging?
Yes.
I didn't know that either.
you can use
actually.
it to make your house insurable, which 75% of the houses on the market right now are not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Roof.
use it to get a
Roof.
pod.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
use it to get an Airbnb while you move out. Like, it's unbelievable what you can use it for.
Anything that will assist in the process of selling your house.
Total ballpark, but how many times do you guys think you've used it, you know, with your own properties and with clients? Just
We've used it well over 70 times collectively.
that's wild.
Yeah.
That's badass.
So that's how we actually met. Not to jump into the personal side, but
No.
the concierge
Yeah.
thing, because we met at Compass,
Yeah.
because we were just agents inside of an office. So we knew of each other, and when she came on the scene
Yeah.
in 18, she started using that program, and I was already the king of this program. I'm like, who's this Abby chick? What did she coming at me using?
Yeah,
Then all of a sudden I started hearing her name, and I'm like, wait, what? I'm the king of concierge.
Now you're the king and queen of concierge.
Well,
Yes.
that is not a self-coined term
Yeah.
for us. Our office began to you know, talk about us as the king and queen of this program, which is endearing, because not so much the king and queen part, but just because we're very passionate about what we do,
Yeah.
entrepreneurial-wise, and we crush that program. It's just a no-brainer for most sellers out there. They're just not aware of it.
Huh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, since you brought it up, we'll go to the personal side of things.
Oh shit.
So you met under the romantic guise of renovation programs. That's a lovely love story. And then look, it's you sleep next to the person you work with. You wake up next to the person you work with. I know you guys rarely sleep, because I know how often, and I'm actually
watch the
talking.
Instagram reels.
Yeah, I see it. You're working constantly. How do you balance that? Plus the kids,
Yeah.
you know, plus the events, plus the everything, right? But you got to find time to still be a couple.
I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily there's any balance yet.
it's-
but
Hey, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
fair. you
Yeah, I
know?
mean, finding the balance is a challenge in itself, just because we are constantly on the go. Just like
Yeah.
you described it very well. We are all those things, and we constantly say you want to work like no one else so you can live like no one else,
Yeah.
right? But it doesn't mean it's not challenging.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
personally and professionally,
Yeah.
it is tough.
But it's
Well,
also like
It's also
you have to
gratifying.
like truly have a love and enjoyment for what you do, because if not, I don't know.
We wouldn't
how-
make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do. And you know, the wonderful thing about balance and finding balance in life is that you find balance in everything, including balance itself. So there are periods of imbalance that everyone goes through to push to the next stage or the next business development or the next, life cycle, whatever it may be. So that's awesome. But yeah, I can imagine. You know,
Actually, our Tom Ferry coach told us the other day that we needed a puppy
what?
because he's like, you guys just keep going and
Yeah,
keep throwing something else at me
Put
every
your
time I
attention
talk
at
to you.
something else. Like he was making a joke.
But then
Yeah.
you're just going to hire another person to
take
care of the
take
puppy.
care of the puppy.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
don't
No.
think, I think you can think of a much less
was being-
masochistic way
Yes.
He was
to
being
create
funny.
balance within your life than to get a small
That would create
dog.
more chaos.
Yeah. I think that one of
Yeah.
probably the best piece of advice I have for anybody looking for balance and to work more and enjoy life more
Yeah.
is to absolutely delegate the things you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like I will proudly say I don't do my own laundry, I don't go grocery shopping, I don't put my clothes away, I don't clean my house.
Yep.
I just don't because I would so much rather spend the time home doing something else and with my family than doing those things.
Or, adversely, doing more at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the
So
other.
that when you
You're gonna
get
pick it
those,
up somewhere.
when you get those opportunities to be at home, you might be a little bit more plugged in potentially, you know.
Yeah.
Or making more money. Yeah.
Or making
Yeah.
more money.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. That's why it creates
Yeah.
a lot more room for work.
I mean, when you can
I mean, it-
outsource something for $20 to $30 an hour,
Yeah.
and
I don't think many of us think of it from a personal standpoint like we do from a work standpoint. You know, when you're in real estate, most coaches tell
Yeah.
any agent that's out there, "Oh, you're at 4 or 5 million now.
Yeah.
Go get an assistant." Right?
Yeah,
Like, that's
get
the
your-
very
get
first
your
thing.
TC, get
so
your showing
what
agent,
she's,
get your buy- yeah,
what
yeah.
she's, and which I've always been that way in professional, but on the personal side, what Abby has taught me, you know, which is you need that in your personal life too. And you need it times 5.
Yeah.
You know, like you
Yeah.
need someone for all this. And I'm like, she's the one that introduced me to the laundry thing. Like, what was that, a year and a
Oh,
half,
Hamper?
2 years?
Yeah.
I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I don't have to do my laundry and they pick it up at the door.
But
And,
who puts it away?
oh, once it's folded and it's sitting
That's
on
the
your doorstep,
nanny,
I
yeah.
can put it away.
Okay.
I meant
You're the-
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
But we
doing
have
it.
someone that just does. the
yeah,
whole
you
thing.
set it outside your front door, and in 24 hours later, they bring it back.
No way.
Yeah.
What's that cost?
Actually,
it was like 15
surprisingly-
bucks a load.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
much.
That's incredible.
And it's funny when
Yeah.
you think about that and you're like, oh, I got to spend this and this.
Yeah.
If you can get your laundry picked up, delivered to your door, and all you have to do is put it away, and it costs less than a coffee or 2 coffees from Starbucks that you'll go to 3, 4, 5 times a week,
Yeah.
come on.
No brainer.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, so you start to look at those things and quantify them, and you're like, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So and then it just frees up a lot. You just don't worry about it. I feel like when I go to the gym every single morning,
Yeah.
these people are like, dude, his clothes must stink. He wears the same thing every single day. I'm like, no, it's just cleaned in my drawer every day. I can't even keep up. I can't even dirty up more clothes.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I need to look into that.
I have to
actually.
now I need to get rid of more gym clothes.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm only using like 2.
Or go to the gym more.
I think you
I
said-
can't go to the gym more already. I'm
Yeah,
going
I
too
know.
many times.
I see the 5
Yeah.
a.m. Instagram posts. Yeah, you're religious about it.
Try to.
That's good. All right, so let's go a little bit deeper here. Let's talk about the marketing background, because that I think is really important. Because remember when you and I first met,
Yeah.
and we were like kind of sizing each other up. Is this going to be a good professional relationship? You know, I don't know. I try to be self-aware. I don't know if I actually am or not, but I really try hard to be. And you know, when Abby's like, hey, what are you good at? What are you not good at? I'm like, well, I'm really good at doing loans. I can get loans done. You know, I'm pretty good at that. You know, I answer the phone. If I don't answer the phone, I get back to you. But I'll tell you what I'm really bad at is marketing. I'm like, I have the worst marketing brain on the planet. It's just not the way my brain works. I don't think about it. I'm not good at it. If I do have a good idea, I rarely implement it or follow up on it. And you were like, don't worry. I got that piece. You're like,
Yeah.
that's my background. I'm all over that. I'm like, all right, let me know where I send my 50% RESPA compliant check. And I will participate in that and let's do as much as we can because I never have those ideas. And we've tried a lot of stuff from
Yeah.
like the geofencing to the, you know, the target, like all the internet stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like we did. Some of it's worked, some of it hasn't, some of it is still on trial, right? Like,
Yeah.
so talk about that. Talk about like the marketing initiatives that you do. What's been a total failure? What's worked wonderfully? Where you find the highest ROI? Dig into that
I mean,
a little
Zillow's
bit.
been great.
Yeah.
I know it's really sad to admit, but it's been great. But
No, it's not. I think we
Yeah.
can totally admit that. Like it's
Yeah, I think there's feast or
Yeah.
famine. There's people that who are like ultra against it and would picket line against it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's people that love it.
But I
Okay.
think that as having the marketing background is what makes Zillow so good, and understanding the people that you're meeting with when we meet them, understanding the sales process and knowing that you have to convert them right away, understanding that you have to answer the phone right away,
Yeah.
that you have to follow through, getting them on the action plan that constantly follows up with them, having like our marketing book that we've spent a lot of time, that now is, we don't have to print every single time we meet somebody. It's just
It's just
having
there,
it
ready to go.
ready to go, so that we can do it faster and do more of them. Definitely some of the online internet stuff. I know we gave it a shot at that one clickbait thing. I don't even remember what it was called, but
Yeah, I forget
with
what
that,
it's
it
called, too.
was like, definitely could work, but you have to have the systems in place
Yeah.
to follow up. And without the systems in place, or the AI to answer the phone, that you could just almost generate too many leads that you can even handle. So you have to be able to follow up with them as best as you can. But really, marketing and understanding that the person on the other side of it is more than just a transaction, and it's an emotional purchase, and it's a big purchase.
Yeah.
Why they are moving, having those conversations with them, knowing if they need to sell, why they need to sell. So just truly having the marketing background to speak a language to them that makes them feel like it's not just like a salesy interaction.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
helps a lot.
You got to be genuine, right?
Yeah.
Because we are very much dealing with an emotional transaction, always. Even if it's a smooth transaction, it's still an emotional transaction. It's where someone lays their head at night, right? So you got to come across with like actual genuine emotion about their wants and needs.
Yeah, I think the marketing aspect of it too, where she really, really shines, and I know we were talking pre-show, that is events.
Yeah.
Because the events which really requires more marketing, more so than a Zillow, because that's like sort of inbound, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the events is something where she wraps her mind around it, and there's sponsors and like it's
Oh my gosh, the logistics, it's a whole
like
production.
it's a whole thing.
Yeah,
and-
it's a whole thing.
It is.
Yes.
when she describes it, which I'll let you do, but it's just really, those are what are very impactful from a marketing standpoint, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, bringing the community together too. And I think going back to balance, the events allows me to kind of balance life and work and kids, because, my daughter always says, Mommy just hosts fun events, or Mommy's hosting a party. Mommy, can I invite my friends to your party?
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure. So it's turned into something where they're almost expecting it.
Yeah.
My mommy sells houses, and she also hosts parties.
It's true.
So-
And like you're fortunate in the sense, well, and real estate is very much like hyper local when it comes to like establishing your personal brand and your name in a community. But like you've done a really good job. Like that community, I've got like a regional processing manager here who like just so happens to live in that neighborhood. And like you're planning events, I haven't even gotten with you yet to know about it. And she's like, hey, did you hear about like the Halloween ice cream social that's coming up? I'm like, what? She's like, oh yeah, no, Abby's doing a whole thing, whole neighborhood's involved. I'm like, Dana, like,
Yeah,
what?
she's awesome.
yeah. So yeah, Dana shows up at everything, right?
Yes.
So it's out there, it's branded, the whole neighborhood knows about it. Like you're the realtor in that neighborhood because you're constantly top of mind with the recurring events, and then that's what it is. That's what's getting your personal brand out
And that
there.
doesn't necessarily win you all the deals,
No.
but exactly as Abby said, like mayoring that neighborhood,
Yeah.
we have to because we live there.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, why wouldn't we? And that's what
course.
all real estate coaches say.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's just that most of the events are catered around kids and the neighbors, and you get an opportunity. It's giving back to that neighborhood, but also at the same time we're getting like interconnected,
Yeah.
And hopefully
Yeah.
that does work out financially on getting a deal or two.
Of course.
But this year we've sold 2 in that neighborhood, and it's more than ever that we ever did before. So
Yeah.
I
so
mean, at
it
$1 million
worked.
price point, it's a
There
you
it's
go.
a good ROI.
Yeah.
It probably at least paid for the Easter Bunny.
Or the past years or whatever.
Whatever.
But you
Yeah.
know what?
And
but
if you don't sell a
gotta-
thing, you're building a better neighborhood.
Yeah, you also have to
Yeah.
invest in your business, and that's
Yeah.
part of that. So
And-
it isn't always about the ROI, and
Yeah.
some of those ROIs are the intrinsic part of it,
Yeah.
like just getting to meet people and connect.
And even inviting past clients, and I don't like to call them past clients, but current clients or clients
Yeah.
that you've recently worked with, because then they come, now you get to meet their kids, and it just really helps freshen the
Yeah.
relationship and knowing that you're staying in touch. And it's a reason to invite them. This goes back to understanding marketing. Like, I don't want to just, they say, oh, your coach, your real estate coach, will be like, call them and ask if they know anybody that wants to buy or sell.
Yeah.
I would rather bring up the conversation of buying or selling when I invite them to something. I want to reach out and give them something before I ask for anything in return.
Yeah, no, it's good. And Jesse said something like huge right now, which was just the keyword of like investing in your business. And this is a recurring theme that I talk about with like, I would say not even almost every high producing agent actually treats their business like a business. It's not like, all right, I got a commission check, cool, I can live now. It's like, all right, I got a commission check. What does my business need to have invested into it to grow and to thrive and to take it to the next level? And like that's a huge thing, right? Because you are the business of the A-list, right? And it takes further investment to grow. So like, talk a little bit about that. Like, I mean, the beautiful showing guides. Like,
I'm laughing because, obviously agents work on compensation.
Yes.
So if you can live on 20 to 25% of that, then welcome to real estate, because the 75 to 80% of it is completely reinvested, and then not in all kinds of different ways.
Yeah.
Business expenses as well as reinvested. It just is.
All a write-off.
The net is, you make 10,000. Cool. I hope you can live on 2, because the rest has to go back in some capacity or paying back things that you already front loaded.
Yeah. It is very much a front-loaded game, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Now, I mean, this is a really relevant conversation with average days on market and listings are sitting.
And compensation being less,
Yep.
and then you have to fight for more. Like, we just had our meeting with our brokers, we have quarterlies with them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they just sat down with us and they looked at our year over year, and they're like, man, you guys have increased your compensation year over year. Which is crazy. I mean, most of the articles you read on Inman 2 is that the compensation, since it went under the microscope, is actually increasing across the board.
Yeah.
And I think it's
It is.
great because what it's doing is forcing the conversations to be had.
Yeah.
It's forcing the better. I mean, look, the smaller
rises to the
percentage do
top.
most
Yeah.
of the work. So they're having the better conversations, and they're increasing. They're basically adding to their value proposition. So
As-
it makes total sense why the commissions are staying, if not going higher.
I love that.
But anyway, so if you want to get into real estate, you need to consider living on 20 to 30% of the actual
What you're
income.
actually making.
Yeah.
And then reinvesting. So yes, we do that, a ton of reinvesting. We just had conversations yesterday on a couple big closings we had where we're like, hey, we need to take X and put it over here because we have some future investment plans for so it's like, what the F?
So like, all right, so that's another good segue. How do you divide your time between, and I know of course there's overlap, so like you can't entirely like bifurcate the two worlds, but how do you divide your time between being like working realtors and actually being direct real estate investors, right? Because you've got a lot of your own deals going on, your own flips, your own projects, and like how do you make both worlds work?
We split up when we can.
Yeah.
Well,
we have to
also,
divide and conquer. It would probably be the better way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from what you're asking, like the investment side and just the regular working with buyers and sellers side, it all commingles in a sense, because a transaction is a transaction.
Yeah.
Once it gets there,
Yeah.
finding the deals and sort of doctoring them and laboring them, like with the contractors through the process, yes, that definitely pulls at any of our free time if we have it.
Contractors can be difficult by spells.
Yeah, but I mean, it
We're not speaking from experience or anything.
No,
Yeah,
but that just takes away from our additional time.
Yeah.
So for us, why we work personally
Yeah.
is because professionally we're willing to put in the extra time, and we just have to go. Hey, we might look at our schedule and be like, oh, we just got done with something at 5:30.
Yeah.
And then be like, well, we need to go visit these 2 houses that we're renovating, and
See
we
how it's
might
going.
not get home till 7:30 because we had 2 hours more. Like you just end up finding more of your available time.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of walking down the halls of Publix and getting groceries, we're walking down, demoed houses and Floor and Decor, picking out fixtures over and over again, like later in the evenings.
And it's hard too, and I
Yeah.
know I can speak for both of us, because you see all kind of agents that have broker opens and stuff.
Yeah.
We FOMO out all the time.
Yeah, we do.
You want to be out having fun.
No,
Yeah.
we would like to go to the broker open.
Yeah,
and
I called
sit
you from the one, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't make it.
I
Well,
know.
well, no, but
is
I
it
mean,
nice? Is there champagne?
No, I mean
Oh.
but that's just using that as
Yeah.
an example, or
Yeah.
traveling for our company that have retreats or whatever it is, right?
But
Yeah.
projects go on hold when
we
we
want to
leave.
do
Yeah.
that, but or even go to the office when people are having, Cinco de Mayo parties for 3 hours at our office. Like we just can't. I mean, and it sucks because you love the people that you work with. We have a
Yeah.
lot of respect for many of the professionals.
And you've got awesome culture. It's
I mean,
a
we
good crew.
really do, but
Yeah.
then it hurts a little bit because then you're people like a Brian Heiser isn't going to sit there and be like, oh, they're jerks. Abby and Jesse are not at my broker open. He understands.
Yeah.
Because he's an entrepreneur. He's
Yeah.
he's crushing it too.
He's got his own stuff going. He
Yeah.
Got
gets
to do it.
Yeah.
But
In
at
your
the
own
s-
office, they kind of feel like, oh, why aren't they coming to anybody's thing? Like in your
yeah, like we're
own-
kind of
yeah.
pretentious maybe, but we're not really like. But at the fear
Yeah.
of other people believing that we may be pretentious,
Yeah.
I'm fine with it if we're going to be busting ass and going and doing more deals.
Yeah.
Because that leaderboard,
Speaks for itself.
yeah, and we don't grandstand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just not those type of people.
Yeah.
But we'll high five each other because we're like, yes, we got another deal or something. We
Well,
take our moments of,
Yeah.
You guys are alone in the car. You have no one else to high five, so you'll have to high five one another.
hell yeah, there's some air fives.
That's so true.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
how
we
are
also
oh, go
looked
ahead.
at, because we haven't been drinking. That's another thing. And
What?
Yeah, because there's just not enough time. When you look at
To be hungover?
to be
Yeah.
hungover, but when you look at like, okay, this event involves socializing, drinking, so it's not just the event time you're losing, it's now the recovery time of what you're losing.
Yeah.
So sometimes a 2-hour event with a couple of drinks can put you back a whole day and a half of work in some cases because
Yeah.
you're just like, wait, how do I
Yeah.
even recoup that time? So when you look at what do I not need in order, how do I gain more time in my day? You just have to get rid of certain things.
And
to
that
help you.
wasn't necessarily an ultra strategic move by her and I. We sort of just fell into that
Yeah.
and realized it because when you go to the doctor and you're filling out that form and you're like, drinks, how often? 3 to 5 times a week. And then when you're talking to friends, you're like, yeah, I drink socially. Like that's usually the answer, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
any vice for that matter. Oh, it's just social.
Yeah.
But you give up that time. So you're
Yeah.
being social, and by a byproduct of being social, you're drinking potentially, and maybe you can't recover very well on it. You need more sleep for it or whatever. So
You miss the
those are
gym, it screws up your whole thing. Once
Yeah.
you do that,
Yeah.
now your day's out of whack, right?
Yeah.
You've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
your routine.
So we have just found by happen chance that by going and doing more work,
Yeah.
looking at more renovations or
Yeah.
following up on projects, like there's no desire for it anymore, really.
Fills in the
Yeah.
space that would have otherwise been filled by that.
We go
Yeah.
look at more houses.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Actually, this past Saturday, we didn't have the kids. We finished at like 2 p.m. It was the day before Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And we could have gone home and we're like, oh, wait. And we came up with a brilliant idea and then we decided to go look at 4 properties
There you go.
and we were done by 6.
And I knew you were working because I made the mistake of like emailing you about something,
Yeah.
and then my phone rang. Like, oh, you're working, Chris, huh? All right, let's talk.
Hey, man. Yeah.
No, I
No,
get it. I
yeah.
get it. Sometimes you got to do those Saturday cash.
And it was raining.
Yeah.
We were out in the rain looking
Yeah.
at properties on a Saturday when we didn't have to be. But
I-
Yeah.
Real quick on routine, because I know Jesse's because I literally see him at the gym at 5 a.m. on Instagram. What time does your day start, Abby?
as late as I can possibly start it.
Okay.
I like my
It ends
sleep.
as late as she can possibly
Yeah.
push
Yeah.
it too.
I'm
Yeah.
more of like the, my Aura Ring actually says I'm best at going to bed at 11 and waking up at 7:30, but 7:30 my kids have to be to school, so
Your Aura Ring tells you 11?
yeah.
My Aura Ring tells me like 8:45.
We could have a whole segment on Aura Ring conversations.
Tells me,
but-
yeah, it tells me I'm at my like peak performance if I go to bed at 11 and sleep till 7:30.
But even though she pushes as
Yeah.
late as she can, it's still within the 6,
Yeah.
the 6 to 7
Yeah.
realm. Yeah.
You're not doing gym. You're like Pilates. You're doing the group classes, all that stuff.
yeah, I go to Pilates.
Yeah. Sapatra loves Pilates.
Yeah.
It looks so hard. It looks very difficult.
I just hear the stories. Like,
I just imagine my body
my
shaking.
body's
trying-
stretching,
Yeah.
staring up at a floodlight, looking down with very loud music and talking. This doesn't excite me.
No, no.
I just like that I don't have to think when I'm there. Somebody else is telling me what to do.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for group exercise and coach
Yeah.
and all that stuff. How are we doing on timing, Gio? 37 minutes? Cool, we got a little bit of time. Let's talk about coaching. I believe in coaching a lot. Clearly you guys do, because you've been in the Tom Ferry, what do they call, ecosystem
Yeah.
now for like a while. Did you get linked up on that on like one of our Dallas trips, right?
Yeah,
She
I
did.
did.
She
yeah.
did,
Yeah.
okay.
I've been in different coaching
This
for
is
years prior, but
Pre-Jabby.
Yes, yeah.
So you got going on
Yeah.
the coaching.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been an invaluable resource for you, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes you wonder, like, what am I learning from it, or how am I doing it? But I just think that, like, the weekly check-ins of really evaluating what it is that you're doing, because sometimes you can just kind of keep going, but when someone looks you in the face and they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And you have to remember it and realize it, and it makes you don't go, a week doesn't go by without a deal,
Yeah.
because
Have they driven you to do things that are outside of your comfort zone that you wouldn't have done otherwise? Is it more so just about evaluating the activities and being aware, doing those kind of things?
I don't know if it's necessarily pushing me outside of my.
I think it could be both.
Yeah.
It just depends on the the scenario of the coaching.
Yeah.
I know for me, I've been in a lot of coaching, different
Yeah.
coaches over the years, like Mike Ferry before Tom Ferry, and then Buffini, and
We weren't going to
then-
say when you graduated college.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm
all
not
right.
afraid of it.
All
But
right, cool.
and then Chirag, which is a big one with
Yeah.
Compass.
I did
prior
Chirag's
to,
also.
So I was in Chirag prior to her even coming, because Chirag was was early on as well.
Yeah.
Regardless, but what's great is each time for me was kind of like, it's what you get out of it, what you put into it too. You
Yeah.
know, not just what you're receiving. And I know that where I'm going with this is by joining Tom Ferry with Abby when
Yeah.
she was already in that ecosystem. It's been really helpful, and I see it because she fuels me to do, or us to do more. So now we get a little bit more from the coaching as well, every week. And he is pushing us to want to go outside of our comfort zones. Because we're actually in multiple coaching right now. We have 2 different coaches at the moment that we're in.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
2 different programs.
Once
but,
it's like a 90-day thing that
Yeah.
we're
Okay.
doing with.
but either way, they're all it's crazy because they are pushing you to just not necessarily do more, but kind of more of a deep dive, and just sort of concentrate on maybe 1 or 2 a little bit more, as opposed to being a jack of all trades
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just fortunately for her and I, we are like a jack of all trades. We do a bunch of the supersets very well.
Yeah.
But we're trying to be a little more hyper focused on a few so that we can just get stronger in those areas. So the coaches
Yeah.
definitely are pushing us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do hear a lot of agents ask, hey, how's coaching doing? And does it work for you?
Well, it's a big financial commitment, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as an agent, you want to know that you're going to get something out of it, because it's not cheap.
No.
No.
No, but I think that too, really at the level that we're at and the production that we're at, it's not necessarily like am I getting an extra deal out of coaching? Like, am I selling more houses because I'm doing it? Like, can I equate it to that?
Yeah.
Because, if there's an agent that's maybe looking to join coaching so that they could get more deals, like I think that ours is so high stressed, and that when we get to talk to our coach about, how to approach a transaction differently when you're
Yeah.
about to lose your $25,000 escrow, or when you're about to, something, or a house is sitting on the market too long and you want to come up with a different strategy on how to get it sold. So kind of having those and helping to grow in those areas, rather than just like, hey, how do I get another deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think early on, agents too, and we know this, agents measure everything against how many deals.
Yeah.
So every financial commitment is like, oh, I only need to make 2 deals and it pays for itself, right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's how every agent.
Yeah.
It's not an abacus. It's just how many deals. Right?
Loan officers are
Yeah.
the exact same.
Yeah, so-
Oh, look,
so-
I closed 2 loans.
Yeah,
That's
so,
paid for.
So we can
Yeah.
understand how agents would look at it, especially
Yeah.
newer ones, and be like, gosh, I need, that's a $12,000 a year commitment.
Yeah.
I got to get 1 or 2 more deals. Like, it would make sense. We understand that, but as Abby's saying too, it is a professional check-in. Like, it's professional counseling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit.
It is.
Because being able to sit there for 30 minutes and just dial down on your business, hey, what did you do? Because it's accountability.
Yeah.
But it also is comforting too, because you have a coach that's been there.
Yeah.
Right? And Jeff talks about
Yeah.
that. Our coach talks about that a lot on his Instagram, where he's like, If you're getting coaching for someone that's never been there, what are you doing? That's like taking financial advice from someone who's broke or bankrupt. Like it just doesn't.
It's true.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It's like
right?
buying a house with a real estate agent who's never bought a house.
Exactly.
Or a personal trainer that is not
in shape.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So it is. It's really a great accountability and professional check-in.
Well, and I'll tell you, the biggest thing about having that accountability check-in is it actually makes you do the work to know the metrics, right? Which is one of the biggest things that anyone in any sales profession falls short on. Wow, I'm bumbling all over. They don't know their metrics, right? There's so many people in sales in any industry that if they had to sit down with an accountability coach on a weekly basis, wouldn't be able to answer the questions because they haven't set up the systems or the processes or just the own personal accountability to like write it down. It's why we make loan officers do greatness trackers and everything else, right? So just that little driver right there is huge, huge.
Yeah.
The big ass calendar is really helpful.
The what?
The big ass calendar.
Did you buy that?
Yes, we have it up in our home office.
Stop it. I keep getting the Instagram ads.
Do it.
Well, you're going to get them more now.
Big ass calendar, big ass calendar.
Yeah, right. Well, I posted this week that I'm a sucker for sponsored ads, so it's only a matter of time.
We landed that one.
Well, also too, we go on there with our renovations and put like our estimated, like when we would like to launch it, when we'd like it to be done, and then when it's actually was launched, so that we could see the difference in what our goals were and versus what really happened, and just every closing is its own color little sticker on there, so it's a really easy reference to go and you can see. I mean, we've closed the same amount of deals every month this whole year.
I'm ending this podcast and I'm buying the big ass calendar. Okay.
It doesn't immediately get you more deals.
It's okay. I don't know
No,
what
but it
those
helps
anymore.
you get on your coaching call less prepared and still know the answer.
Yeah, because you can look right up. But I mean, we have a lot of, everyone does for the most part. Like the big ass calendar isn't necessarily like, you know.
It's not the end all be all.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a
like
tool.
there's other
Yeah.
tools of tracking, and we use multiple tools of tracking business and stuff. So it is. But that's one where she can glance up, and it's color coded and pretty, and takes up the entire wall. It's
that.
literally like a 4x6.
And
It's
we also-
huge.
It's at home, not at the
home
not at the
office.
Winter Park.
No, we don't
office.
have we don't have enough office space to put it up there. It's too big.
Yeah, it is. And this is another thing about balance. We went and we had to rent one of the conference rooms at our office. When I say rent, just reserve it. And laid it out, and we looked at when everybody's birthdays are, when all of our work trips were on there. So we planned all of those out at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So that we're like, okay, we are working our asses off every single day, but we have 4 trips planned.
Yeah.
So we can't be that mad at ourselves.
At least you got it. It's there. It's on the books. All right. So the office there isn't big enough for your big ass calendar. Let's talk about what's next. You've got Allison, who's great. You've got Serena, who's great.
Yeah.
Like, is there ever a buyer's agent in the future?
We're actually desperate for an operations manager.
That's next.
Yes.
Okay, operations manager is next hire.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Basically, we need someone to manage her and I.
Yes.
Okay.
To help
Yeah.
with that, and
Yeah.
then also to kind of a quasi ISA, like get some appointments. We need more listing appointments because there's talking market. We know that the inventory has increased 5x since COVID. So and most of that are shitty homes, are just unsellable for whatever reason, aspirationally priced, under-improved, uninsurable. We're seeing all those constantly. So a lot of those are coming back to the market.
Okay.
So chasing after those expireds, and withdrawns are something that we're going to start concentrating on because of our background and being able to have a solution, which is concierge.
Of course.
To be able to bring that to the table, all sellers should be like, why the F am I not talking to Jesse and Abby?
Yeah.
Like, why?
You have to facilitate that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to.
Can you imagine walking into a house or being a homeowner, having your house on the market for 6 to 8 months, and it expiring, and then interviewing a new agent that comes through and is like, well, your house just sat here because it's literally uninsurable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one. Yeah, that's one reason.
One real story.
But not just that, and having no idea that it was uninsurable. And like if you were a homeowner and you're like, oh yeah, well, I knew that, and we were just gonna, deal with it when time came. But actually having no idea that you sat on the market for 8 months with an agent who had no idea that your house was uninsurable.
Or never even brought it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Do you look within Compass for that individual first, or do you
No.
put out
Yeah.
a
No,
help wanted ad?
our ad will
Yeah.
probably drop today.
Yeah, it's on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn maxed out.
Yeah, we got like 51 apps. And we haven't even looked at any of them yet. It all happened within the last 72 hours.
But we have to do
and
it.
They shut it
It's
down.
just another thing we
That
have to
just
do.
became your weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But there were a lot of dudes, and so I got to take Abby's picture down.
Just shut it down. Get it out of there.
I don't know how to do
Yeah.
admin. I don't know.
You never know.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
could be great. I'd be interested to see what industries they're coming from to step into that role.
Actually, it wouldn't really make a difference. I was joking, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it is logistics. I mean, we need
Yeah.
someone that is, that is a manager.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. The gender won't make a
We're
difference.
actually trying to look outside of real estate
Yeah.
to
I
see
think
if.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring someone in who's got some fresh perspective just because of another industry that they've been in for a while. You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
We're not
so-
asking them to write contracts. We're asking them to manage two high-performing individuals.
Yeah, so operations next. After that, it's definitely some showing assistant type of person.
Yeah.
Get,
Yeah.
partial buyer's agent, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just continue to crush.
Has Jeff, your coach, or you guys on your own accord set like any sort of like volume projections that you want to achieve in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, anything like that?
Yeah, we've done that each year.
Yeah.
We just did that last year for our annual.
Yeah, and I think that this year we're on track we wanted to do over 1 million GCI, so we're on track to do that
Yep.
currently.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we haven't even hit the big months yet.
Yeah,
you know?
we've closed about 40 homes already.
Wow. It's incredible.
And
Yeah.
15 pending at the moment.
Yeah.
15 pending.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Creeping up on June.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
June. Like how?
I don't know. It literally flew by. I also have no clue. We were at
Yeah.
a sales meeting last week, and I'm like, all right, guys, we're halfway through the year.
And there's some people, by the way, like
Yeah.
the Penn Koziks of the world, right? That are gonna go, what? You guys are, you did 40? I mean, we
He's like, "We did 40
We
yesterday."
done 90 in the last 30 days. Like,
But it's just you two.
Yeah.
No, I know
It's
that.
literally
I know
you
that.
too.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
even for the people that have done 2
Yeah.
in the last month, like it's challenging out there, and you hear it all the time too. I mean, we have off the cuff conversations, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
it's feast or famine out there, and agents are dropping off like crazy because you got to know a thing or two.
Yeah.
Like there's people drowning out there, agents like just not making it.
Look at loan officers. We had 400,000 licensed loan officers, and I think we're down to like 46,000 now. It's crazy.
Wait,
In the
from
state-
400,000
In
to
the state of Florida.
46,000?
Don't quote me on that. It is a statistic that is a similar percentage drop to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that's about how serious it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Wow.
guys, thank you. I know you have a busy day. I know it's difficult to take an hour out of it to come over and talk to me, and we'll probably talk 4 more times today, but not for a fully extended hour.
It'll be via text. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
this is awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No,
Appreciate
No, well,
it.
and thank you, Chris, because you keep up with us, and I mean,
I do the best I can. I do the best I
yes.
can.
And
Yeah.
I love that I've always been able to just be a real estate agent and been like, I don't know anything about loans, just ask Chris, because I don't want to answer questions that I don't know the answer to. And so I'm like, just go ask Chris. I don't really know. And I think you told me one time, you're like, Abby, you're one of my only agents that like truly just
Well,
sends them my way and lets me,
Yeah.
I let you do it.
you are a phenomenal referral partner, and that takes time and trust to build, because you do truly trust and believe that I'm going to get it over the finish line. But also, and this truly takes time and trust to build, okay, like Allison's asking for the updates, Serena's asking for the updates, like we talk if we gotta talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we need to have a conversation, that's when we're getting on the phone and having a conversation. Otherwise, the buyer's being spoken to. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, we're clear to close. Let's go. But there's no superfluous, hey, what's going on with that transaction? Did we get, what's going on
I
here?
don't
What's
think I
going on
ever-
there?
no.
It's like, all right, if we got a problem, let's get on the phone. Otherwise, we got business to do. So it is,
Yeah.
it is a wonderful relationship.
Yeah.
It is. It really is. It's nice.
It's either industry tea or it's closings.
Yeah, correct. There's nothing wrong with a little industry tea.
Nothing.
We got to have
It
some fun.
keeps us going.
Yeah, it really
helps
does.
us get through the
That's-
day.
That just lands on your plate.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to,
Especially in Orlando.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
is great to be able to just, send everyone
Yeah.
to your lender partner that you have just total trust in, because
Yeah.
we tell them everything. I mean, it's like, listen, you need to treat that person like you're in confessional.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to
You
tell
are.
them everything. Like
Yeah.
on Sunday, you tell them everything.
Yeah.
Because they need to know, which you do, and then that way you can look at it and tell us, hey, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
And I,
You know,
and I
which-
love that.
Which
yeah.
happens a lot.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
You'll
You'd
tell us. You're like, listen, guys, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
stop.
Not today, it's not.
Yeah.
Not today.
Stop
Yeah.
wasting your time showing them houses. Give us
Yeah.
30 days, and then it could work.
Yeah.
Or a couple years.
Yeah.
Either way, let's work on
Let's
it.
put
There's
it
a
in the
plan.
pipeline for 2027. But
Yeah. But being able to share that agenda
Yeah.
with the people, so that you're not just like, hey, peace out. You know, like
Yeah.
we have to cultivate them and nurture them.
Yeah.
And after they go through that process, we're like, okay, cool. This is the agenda. We'll catch you in another couple months or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Whatever it
Keep
is.
looking.
Get them in the CRM. Get the
Yeah.
follow-up going. Turn them
Yeah.
into a buyer someday.
and the whole like buyers are liars. You know, in some cases, like they're telling you they have more money than they have, or they don't, or they're this. And I mean, if we just continued like believing that people could buy houses when they really can't,
You'd waste a lot of time.
yeah.
Yeah. A lot of valuable time.
Yeah.
that you
And I don't
have
think
it
they
done.
would appreciate it either.
No. No, they
So
wouldn't. Well, we'll
we
keep
really
doing it then.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
For sure.
There we go.